Now, like me, I think a lot of our viewers are probably not that au fait with diamonds. There's more fashionable commodities out there. It's gold, and therefore they're more easily understood because there's a lot more information. So diamonds is something that I would like your help to try and understand. So let's start with the macro first. Can you sort of explain, the world of diamonds as it is today, pertaining to public market diamond companies? How many of them are there? What sort of size are they? Where are they?
I think if I could, Matthew, I'll just start off with a macroeconomic perspective on why diamonds.
Perfect.
Of course, if you are engaged or planning to be engaged or married or planning to be married, you will buy a diamond. And typically, in terms of that rite of passage from an engagement perspective, you'll spend between 3 or 4 months gross salary on a diamond as a symbol of your love for your partner. And this is something which is very consistent around the world, not just in the UK and in Europe, but very much so in the United States, China, India, and the Far East. So that is where the demand comes. And the second little piece of interesting information is that once you've bought your first diamond, you're statistically more likely to buy another diamond. And once you've bought a second diamond, you are even more likely to buy a third diamond. So that is where the main market actually sits. It's in your engagement rings, and it's then in your rites of passage, be it a marriage ceremony, a birthday, a wedding anniversary, or even if you are a single person, basically giving yourself something. And Chris Evert Lloyd and the tennis bracelet was a wonderful example of a very successful lady giving herself something to represent her own success. And that's also very, very common amongst single ladies. So what feeds into that, to answer your question directly, Matthew, it is the public diamond companies. The two major diamond companies in the world, which probably produce between them about 2/3 of the world diamonds, are De Beers and their partnerships with the government of Botswana called Debswana, and their partnership with the government of Namibia and called Namdeb. So they have operations in Botswana, in Namibia, and in South Africa, and they also have operations in Canada. And they produce the largest amount of diamonds by carat, and that's how we measure the weight of a diamond, and a carat is 0.2 of a gram. The largest producer by value is Alrosa, which is a Russian firm. It is publicly listed too, but not a vast amount of shares. They're very much focused on Russia, but they also have an operation called Katoka in Angola itself. And then the balance of the third or 40% of global diamond production comes from a number of mid-tier companies and smaller companies. And probably the largest of the mid-tier companies are Petra Diamonds, which is active in South Africa and Tanzania, Gem Diamonds, which is active in Lesotho and Botswana, and Lucara Diamond, which is active in Botswana. There are other producers such as Mountain Province, Dominion Diamond Corporation, and others who are active in Canada. So the two stock exchanges which house the majority of the mid-tier diamond companies are, of course, the London Stock Exchange and the Toronto Stock Exchange in Canada. And then you have the small producers and the explorers, which actually sit below that, but they're aspirant, possibly producers, but in terms of global diamond production, they're relatively insignificant.
Wow, there you go. That's a great overview.
I'm not sure if I overdid that one. Yeah.
No, fantastic.